the folks at Evil, whatever, the ransomware folks, they are starting to go down.
Yeah.
They're attacking them. You know, the U.S. has got and captured, I didn't say captured, probably the wrong word, arrested, you know, 2 people associated with that. One from Poland.
Yep.
No, was he from Poland? I think he was, yeah. He was arrested in Poland, is where he was arrested at. One of them is a Ukrainian, the other is the Russian. And they got him, and they collected $6.1 million from the Russian guy.
Yeah.
So they're going after these folks. They're not alone in that either. But the U.S. says this: the Justice Department is sparing no resource to identify and bring to justice anyone, anywhere who targets the United States in a ransomware attack.
Yeah, I know. And I saw this, and I saw that they wanted extradition on this individual so that we could prosecute here within the United States. I'm almost inclined to say, hey, give him the same sentence in the Polish prison and let him serve there. I mean,
have you spent some time there before? Do you know anything about that
I haven't
Polish?
Actually spent some time there, but I'm pretty sure it's probably a little bit different than our federal prison system here in the United States.
So the RE, is it Revel, but it's with the RE.
Yeah.
You know, anyway, they had 2 other folks suspected ransomware. They were also arrested in Romania.
Nice.
You had Kuwait, and if you go back, has arrested a hacker, and South Korea's arrested 3 since last February. The world is against these folks.
Yeah.
You know, once you become hacked, you're against these folks.
Oh yeah. Well, the good news is that we are as a group and the worldwide group going after these guys because you know what? And these penalties need to be stiff. They don't need to just get the money back and these penalties need to be stiff, holding these companies and holding these industries. And if people die as a result of these holds, I think they should be held accountable to the deaths of any individuals, especially if they do hospitals or something like that. I really think they need to be held accountable and serve full penalty under the penalty of the law.
Yeah, that's it. They're going after them. I think they should get like the Texas Hammer, one of those folks from Texas on them
Texas
to
Ranger?
get it down, just to get them down there. You're going to go after you. We're going to get you. You know?
Yeah.
But I just think that's what you've got to be serious with these folks because they come at you hard.
Yeah, and Interpol is actively going after these guys, and I really am excited about that Interpol is investigating and working with the FBI and making sure some of these people come to justice. And you know what? We've got to be relentless. The rewards are so great. Many are going to be the lure of the reward of doing this. So we have to make it very, very uncomfortable and very, very detrimental to their livelihood and what it is. And the only way to do that is seek justice and make the penalties equal under the law.
Hashtag in the street Texas. I want to talk about that as well. We have a little video on that as this Texas, again, has ran 21 years and a day, I'm assuming, with a fatality on the Texas roads every single day. Producer? And again, hashtag in the street Texas, that's not just the trucks, right? That's cars. Those are fatalities on roads inside of Texas. And one thing that I do want to make clear, and I think we may talk to Dane a little bit about that as well, is that I do think that we, the CDL holders, we, the professionals, that we've got to lead the charge. We are the examples of how to drive undistracted. And when you're out there in the big truck, I'm going to plead with you again is you've got to make sure you're focused on the road. We don't want to be part of this. Matter of fact, drive safe. We want to do our part to end the streak. There's an old story about a family dog. Anybody see that? Did you hear about the family dog? It's just a cute little puppy named Run Run. Run Run grew up with the other dogs, and we would take Run Run out, and Run Run would go out there and play with the other animals. He was such a cute puppy until Run Run started chasing after the ducks.
And eating the duck.
Yes, and here's Run Run, a little bit older, kind of looks like a fox.
Yeah, almost wolf-like. There's There is nothing dog that says that right there. Look at those pointed ears and that bushy tail.
Yeah, so this.
When did you not realize that Run wasn't a collie? When did you realize?
Yeah, so they adopt the dog that they feel's a dog, and it turns out quick that Run's a fox, and he's killing the chickens, and he's killing the ducks, and the rat, anything outside he's killing it. And you know what's amazing about Run though, the fox that they thought was a dog, is that he felt something was going to happen. The authorities were coming to get him, and he busts out. He leaves. He's a sly fox. That's where they get it from. He busted town. The authorities are looking for him today. Run is on the run.
Run is on the run. Good stuff.
This first one, again, OVs, right? You got the cones. They're not on the highway, but they're there, so it means slow down, and you got the double yellow lines, and here comes the four-wheeler passing, in a bright sun field, a little bit of an incline. But again, you just got to obey the traffic signals, and that was the double yellow line. Can never cross them. Next one, again, situational awareness, good planning, all this comes into effect. But then when you make a mistake, don't compound it, right? Driver's going very slow, clearly not sure, missed the ramp, right? Now we're going to stop, and I'm going to guess backed up, right? Never a good thing. Just go to the next one, turn around. The mistakes, we make mistakes. They're okay, folks. It's okay to make a mistake. What's bad is now you made an inadvertent mistake, and now you're going to make a conscientious mistake of backing up, and you're in the wrong lane.
There's a couple of things here. First of all, we have a rule here at BCB Alive at the safest station in the nation is you don't ever back up without getting out and looking. And here, right, I can tell you right now, you aren't doing that, right? And not only that, just go down and turn around and find another way to get where you need to be. It will happen. Just be patient. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes.
Yes.
And with that, we just have to learn how to be best at what we do when we do them.
And the next one, again, great job by this driver, owning the space in front of him, right? Just staying back. Hey, this is one of those situational awareness we talk about. Look at that. You're not going anywhere, right?
Wow,
Did I say?
Great job.
So you don't have to be up in it. Yes, people are going to move over it. That's okay. But you're not going anywhere anyways. Great job by this driver. And the situational awareness. Hey, intersections are dangerous. We hear Drive Safe Dave all the time talking about trucks blocking the view of others, right? There is no way to see what's going on the left. Cars can't see coming in from the left side, right? Again, it's a red light, and this truck just keeps inching forward and forward out into the intersection. Making it more dangerous, right? Blocking the view of everybody.
He's throttling that clutch. He does not want...
He's trying to, we talk a lot about trying to time the light, right? And then somebody's going to come along and run the red light, and the truck's going to get hit. He
does not want to put his foot on the brake.
So, again, make sure intersections are the most dangerous. Hey, folks, this is tailgating. I know it looks like you may have some space, but again, there's only two dashes that keep coming through there. Then we jump out there, slow it down, increase your space. Them 2 dashes means 80 feet. That's all you had, and you're traveling around 70 miles an hour, which means you're traveling over 100 feet per second, and you're 80 feet to 100 behind this driver. That means you've got 1 second, and you're just too close.
You're too close.
Next one, again, space management. Seem to have it a little bit here. Somebody takes it, and then you can see this driver backs off a little bit, maybe a little quicker. You've got construction. There's a lot. Boy, for a minute there, I thought they blew a tire when that smoke came up.
He smoked the brakes.
Yep. So again, you've got to slow down and be prepared for that, right? You're in a construction zone. There's the speed limit. Again, no reason to be doing 66 miles an hour in a construction zone. Give them a break out there. Remember, protect their lives as well. Here we got a merge point. There's turn signal. This cab has this bobtail has the left turn signal on. And you see all the traffic. Just keep backing off. Does a great job, but gets a little close, a little scary there. But all in all, not a bad job. But just again, situational awareness. You see all the traffic to your left. You see it coming up in the mirrors. We just got to slow down and be prepared for anything potentially to go wrong. We're on an elevated overpass there. no place to go either. So, hey, we've been talking this week about the 14-hour pause, and it also kind of overlaps into the split sleeper. And what I mean by that is when you pause that 2 hours, it now gives you, not only gives you the options, but every driver needs options. All of you talk about you wanted to have the options to be able to take your break when you wanted, when you're tired. This also helps you because when you pause at 14, you also have the option of splitting your sleeper. So again, it kind of overlaps, and you just got to know some of the basic rules and get with your safety department and ask, right? If you think you can do something, always ask so that you have that plan before you lay down. And one of those is you just got to know the minimums. The minimums are 2 and 7 for a split. So again, that doesn't add up to be 10, but the minimum has to be reached first. So if you're 2.5, you've reached the minimum. That just means the other big one has to be 7.5, right? It has to be the balance to equal 10. So the 3 minimums you must reach, 2, 7, and 10 total. That's to split your sleeper. And again, when you split the sleeper, you can take either break first. So the good news is, like, if you're stuck at a customer and you've been sitting there for an hour and 55 minutes, that does not have to be in the sleeper berth. That can be off duty. So just know that, so that if you sit there another 5 minutes, you have 2 options later for you in the day if you need it. You have the option to pause your 14. Maybe you only need an extra 30 minutes to get home or to get back to that safe terminal, right? So you don't need to split your sleeper. Or maybe you can split your sleeper, get started earlier, and get home a little bit earlier. But you get all those options. It's nice to have in your back pocket. So you just got to understand them. Remember, the minimums, 2, 7, and 10. That allows you to pause your 14 and also use a split sleeper if you need to. Again, you don't have to really understand it. Just get with your safety department. As long as you know the minimums, I think that's the most critical thing to understand, Drive Safe, is know the minimums so that you can use them if you get close. I've had drivers where they've come to me and they said they were frustrated because they had to take another 10-hour break, right? And we look at their logs and they sat at a customer for an hour and 55 minutes. Had they sat there for another 5 minutes, they'd have made it home without any issues.